Hey everybody, we are up at the remodel in Champion, PA at the cabin. We did run some new wire here in the garage and over at the new house. But what we're going to do is we are going to pigtail some outlets. I will show you how to do that. Pigtailing's nice. It's easier to troubleshoot whenever something does go wrong, and then I really think it provides a better connection. But I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you what tools you will need to complete the job. Well, it is a pretty simple job and it requires little tools. You do need a razor knife to cut back the sheathing. You need your wire strippers, self-explanatory, to strip back the wire. You do need alignments in most cases, so you could twist the wires together to get a better connection, but instead of that, I am using the attachment that goes on the impact to make your wire nuts tight, and then it twists the wires for you. It gives a really good connection. And then of course you're going to need wire nuts, and then I got some spare wire laying around that I will use to connect the pigtails. And that's pretty much all the tools you need. We're going to get down on the ground and I'm going to show you how to pigtail these outlets. Okay, the first thing, what I like to do is take the knife and strip back the wire. I'll just go right down the middle. The middle of the wire is where the ground's at. Just lightly go down the sheathing, and then you'll pull it back. It'll kind of look like this, and here's the paper. Like I said, the ground wire is right in the middle. And then you want to make sure that you leave at least a 1/4 inch of sheathing inside of the box. Cut that excess off, throw it on the ground and not clean it up, and have somebody else do it. Now, you can take the other part, and here, I'll show you. The other way to do it is you could put just slice it, the sheathing just a little bit, and then pull it out. You've got to be careful whenever you do that, because if you go down too deep, you could possibly take the wire. You know that. That's a clean way to do it as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the wires back just a little bit. And then my gauge to leave it out of the box is I just use my strippers and I just stick them into the back of the box. And then I'll have at least 3 inches coming out of the box. Now, what I'm going to do is separate the ground, the neutral, and the hot wire, well, the black. And then I usually like to do my grounds first. So you take it, you bend it out, and then you make sure this is pretty even right here, and then I'm going to get the wire nuts started. Now you could use the lineman's and twist it, which will make it's perfectly fine, but I'm going to use this because I'm being lazy. And I just got it and I'm going to try it. So you just slightly do it, see a nice twist in the wire, it's a good connection. And then now I'm going to do my neutrals. So you're going to strip the wire back. Make sure they're pretty even. You don't got to strip too much of it off, but you do want enough so you have a pretty good connection. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the commons, the neutrals, and put them pretty close together as long as they're pretty even. Take a wire nut, twist it on there. When you're done, gives it a pretty good twist. Okay, now the last one to do is the black. So now we're going to strip this back, strip our pigtail out back too as well. We're going to do the same thing, pretty repetitive after a while. Okay, and then if you get any more than 3 wires inside of a box, which you really shouldn't. If you get any more than 2, you would use a red wire nut. Especially on 12. Now that gave out a pretty good connection. Now it's time to tuck them into the box. So I'm going to push it back, okay? I'm going to slide the ground all the way back. And I'm going to take the common, I'm going to push that all the way back as well, all the way to the back of the box. And I'm going to take the ground, and I usually like to do this because how I wire my outlets, the side is up, so I like to do that. And then I'm going to go up this way, and then it's a little difficult on me. Now, as you see here, I'm going to line up with the box, and then I'm just going to cut all of them. I'm going to tuck the wires back here, and then that will protect it from whenever we're doing drywall and we take the little zippy and we zip around it. We won't really nick the wires. And that's pretty much it. It's not too difficult of a job, and I am not a professional. I only do it if the job requires it to. If I got some outlets to do, I'm more than happy to do it, and I believe anybody could do it. I tend to pigtail all my outlets, just what I like to do, and like I said, it's easier to troubleshoot. Okay, everybody, I appreciate you sticking around. I hope you learned a little bit of something. It's kind of how I learned how to do a lot of the things, is just through YouTube, which is, I think, the way a lot of people is, whether they want to admit it or not. But I will see you on the next one.